Welcome to DTU Studio and this podcast series by Delhi Technological University. Today we have with us Professor Vinod Mahana, a distinguished alumnus of this university. Professor Mahana joined Delhi College of Engineering at Kashmiri Gate campus in 1964 and earned a bachelor's and master's degree in mechanical engineering from DCE. Later, he did his Ph.D. from IIT Delhi after having been sponsored by DCE in 1985. Professor Mahana joined DCE as lecturer in mechanical engineering in 1972. He has also served as professor and dean undergraduate studies at DCE. Professor Mahana is the founder principal of Indira Gandhi Institute of Technology, presently IGDTUW. Professor Mahana has also served at the Union Public Service Commission, commonly known as UPSC, as the Chief Academic Resource at the level of Joint Secretary to the Government of India, where he was entrusted with the selection function of the young bureaucrats, defense officers, medical, engineering, and other professionals of the country. Professor Mahana superannuated from UPSC in the year 2008. And his last full-time assignment was as Senior Advisor, National Testing Agency, Ministry of Education, Government of India till November 2024. Sir, welcome to DTU podcast series. We thank you for agreeing to be a part of it, and it's a pleasure for us to be interacting with you today.
Dr. Lorraine, it's an enormous pleasure for me to be coming here to Delhi Technological University. I confess, Delhi Technological University hasn't yet sunk into me, having spent close to 3 decades when we used to term it Delhi College of Engineering at its Kashmiri campus.
True.
But still, for me, it's a deja vu feeling coming to my alma mater, and I'm indeed beholden to you for having called me over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, we have started this podcast series, just to uncover the rich history of DTU and to bridge the gap of the past with the present and to inspire future generations with immense knowledge and experience which the legends bring to us.
Oh, that's a great initiative. I highly congratulate you. I commend. It's a wonderful initiative on your part to be calling over the veterans of Delhi Technological University, and indeed it's a great effort on your part.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. When you were just a teenager back in 1964, when you entered college for your undergraduate degree, and then you did your bachelor's here, you were a faculty as well. So please share some cherished memories from back in 60s and 70s.
Sure enough. Dr. Lorraine, at our times, we used to join Delhi College, the then Delhi College of Engineering, after our class 11, in contrast to these days when the kids join after class 12.
Okay.
So that implies they spend 1 year extra at the school level.
Right.
We used to have 11 class and then 5-year program for our engineering bachelor degree over here. That time, admission used to be on the basis of marks obtained in our class 11.
Okay.
There wasn't any competitive exam.
All right.
So, at that point of time, the campus was at Kashmiri Gate. There were no frills, no thrills, no extravagant features. It was a plain vanilla version. But I can tell you, we endured those 5 years very stoically without even a whimper of complaint, because it gives me enormous pleasure. Delhi College of Engineering had great substance, great content, great style. The student population was very, very minimalistic. We had 3 branches, mechanical, electrical, civil.
Yes.
There were just 80 boys in mechanical, 80 boys in electrical, and 14 civil.
Oh, okay. But 80 is still a good number, actually, if you think of it.
Yeah.
80 is a good number for a branch at that time.
At that time, yeah, that's right. But that means we were 200 in 1 year and there were 4-year programs, so the total student population was around 800.
Okay.
And I would say the number of teachers at that point of time would be around 60 kinds. it was essentially a boys' college. We had no girl student at that point of time.
No girls at all.
Just one.
Okay.
I remember one girl senior to us was Shell, and she joined faculty later on. She was my colleague. She served here as a professor.
Okay.
She was a year elder, so you would have now retired.
Oh, in mechanical or?
No, she was in electrical.
Okay.
Can you imagine? Around 800 boys and just one girl. She was a very, very brave lady. She went on to be the professor in Delhi College of Engineering.
Wow.
See, Delhi College of Engineering, Kashmiri Gate has tremendous history behind it. It was a small campus at that point of time. Prior to, and you know, this Delhi College of Engineering, I'm sure you being a senior faculty of this organization. Delhi College of Engineering at Kashmiri Gate, you know, at that point of time, the walled city of Delhi meant Kashmiri Gate, Daryaganj, Delhi Gate. We had Yamuna flowing very, very close to the college. There is about 200-year-old St. James Church, which is just shares the wall with the college. So we had that kind of legacy. Today, across the world, we have some of the finest top professionals who are alumni of Delhi College of Engineering. We had some of the finest persons as faculty members at that point of time, which I will detail during course of our conversation.
Sure, sure.
And I'm sure you'll love to be hearing that.
Oh yes, definitely, sir, definitely. All right, sir. Moving ahead, after your graduation, you joined DCE as the faculty. So we would love to know, you know, what drove you to join the same college as a faculty. You know, like you must have other options as well. So there must be some driving factor behind. So please tell us something about it.
See, Dr. Loreen, I had very, very clear path ahead of me that I would like to serve government to start with.
All right, okay.
So my first appointment happened through Union Public Service Commission. At that point of time, the recruitments to Delhi College of Engineering were also through UPSC.
Right.
Because it was a union territory and not a university.
Yes.
We were affiliated with the University of Delhi for academic purposes. And you will be surprised to know that Delhi College of Engineering was one of the colleges which are under the central government at that point of time. It was only in the 1962 that it got shifted
to Delhi government.
To Delhi government.
Okay,
It was one of the very rare educational institutions which are directly under the control of
the central
Delhi, government of India.
Yeah.
Then, you know, IITs came into later on. IIT Delhi came into 61. Delhi College of Engineering had chemical engineering with it, textile, we had commerce, architecture. So many leading universities in the country, particularly in Delhi, they spawned out of Delhi College of Engineering.
True.
Our architecture department went to SPA, which is now School of Planning and Architecture, which is an institute of national importance. Our commerce department went to be the FMS, Faculty of Management Studies.
Faculty of Management Studies.
And chemical engineering, textile went to IIT Delhi. But Delhi College of Engineering held its own. It reigned supreme among the academic activities in the country. Principal Assis, I remember my batchmates of my era would recall we had some very tremendous teachers at that point of time. You joined Delhi Technology University much recently, and some of your colleagues might be knowing them or might have worked under them. There were Professor A.N. Kapoor, Professor Palta, Professor G.S. Shamra. They were legendary teachers.
All right.
They taught in the class as if that was the be-all and end-all of their life. They were so much dedicated. I'm sorry, you won't find that kind of dedication these days in any university. So things continued, life went on. I completed my engineering, and my first job I got. Those days, you know, government jobs were a little difficult to get. There was a recession in India at that point of time. But somehow I got my first job under the government of India. That there is a National Sugar Institute in Kanpur under Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
Yeah.
So I joined them as a technical officer and remained 3 years.
Okay.
But it always an obsession in mind. That was a bee in the bonnet to come back to Delhi.
All right.
And if I could come to Delhi College of Engineering, that was the ultimate thing. I did nurse those ambitions.
Right.
Though I found, since, you know, the college you study, you live in its awe. I couldn't imagine that my faculty members who taught me, I would be their colleague. But as the luck would have it, I got selected in engineering services through UPSC, joined it. That was in the Geological Survey of India.
Oh,
But
so that was
somehow-
back in which year, sir?
That was in 1970.
All right. Okay. As soon as you graduated from
No,
here.
I joined National Sugar Institute, Kanpur.
Okay. And after that,
After
GSI.
that, because those days, engineering services selection used to take a couple of years.
Right.
So it was 70, but it matures in quite a bit of time. So I joined engineering services, but somehow it didn't agree with me. I didn't find very, very comfortable over there because my aptitude was elsewhere in teaching.
Right.
I love teaching. Till date, I love it. So, as the luck would have it, I applied, and there was a post of lecturer in Delhi College of Engineering. I got that. So that was manna from the heaven.
Wow.
Coming to Delhi, my hometown, I was born in Delhi. My parents lived here, and the most fetching point was Delhi College of Engineering. So that is how my long abiding amity with my alma mater restarted after a hiatus about 3-4 years after I graduated. So, Dr. Loveleen, we had 80 students, and I think I had a very, very illustrious batch of students.
Right. So please tell us, about some of your batchmates. We would love to hear about your batchmates.
They have done, many of them, most of them rather, they have done phenomenally well. Today they reign supreme across the world, not only in this country. The name which readily comes to my mind, you would have heard, Raj Soini was my batchmate.
Yes. We have a hall here.
Yeah. When it was inaugurated, Raj came over.
Yes.
I also came, and many of my friends.
Yeah.
Raj is in Ohio. He is one of the best known Indian entrepreneur, a person of Indian origin in Ohio State. He engages in a lot of philanthropy. He is in close association with Bradley and Wright University. He has a number of engineering colleges, management institutes named after him. He has a specialty hospital. And what I admire in Raj, that his love for Delhi College of Engineering or Delhi DTU knows no bounds. He loves it to distraction.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, his success is phenomenal.
Right.
He has written a biography, Survive to Thrive. I request a librarian to have a good number of copies in the library, because when your current crop of students read it, it will be a massive inspiration for them to read about the person who was our own alumnus.
Yes, definitely.
Then I had another batchmate, Professor Yogi Goswami.
Oh yes.
He's known world all over.
Yes.
He whole his life he has been in University of Southern Florida.
Yeah. We also shot a podcast with him recently.
He
Professor
was
Yogi
recently
Goswami.
the guest of honor at our convocation as well.
Yes.
He had Goswami thermodynamic cycle named after him. He is a top-rate energy.
Oh, he was your
expert.
batchmate.
He was my batchmate, and he has been advisor to even Prime Minister Modi when he was Gujarat CM and many others CM. He's a very erudite, a very outstanding person. He had been in USA for 50 years. He's strict vegetarian, no liquor,
very
no
gentle,
smoking. Very gentle person.
Very gentle person.
ये लोग वो हैं जो हमारी संस्कृति को पूरा अनुकरण
True. It's a
करते हैं.
delight to talk to him. I met him. It's a delight to talk
I have
to
some very, very outstanding, more of them, myriad number of them. We had V.K. Agarwal, who was a senior IRS, became top man in Indian income tax service. I had a close friend, my batchmate, Kulwant Sopti.
Okay, I've heard of
He
him.
went to UAE about 50 years back. It was all desert.
Yeah.
And he was an ace at refrigeration air conditioning engineering. And many of them joined public sector undertakings. One of my friends, Yashir Kumar, he was director ground sport, which is the cash cow for Indian Airlines.
Okay.
And interesting thing is, his father was an IA and his son now is an ace pilot with Air India. So 3 generations continue over there.
Right.
At that time, Loveleen, we had Dr. K.K. Puri used to teach us chemistry.
Acha.
His son was my student.
Okay.
Today, he is the president of research group in the University of Southern California and holds a position of a very senior professor. So we had many, as a matter of fact, it will interest you. You might have heard of this NICA,
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
beauty and wellness.
Falguni Nair.
Falguni Nair
Yes.
is wife of Sanjay Nair. Sanjay Nair was my student and he was very close to me because he did his final year project with me.
Okay.
Sanjay and Falguni were in IIM Ahmedabad. They
Acha.
married, and Falguni is today one of the richest
Yes.
women entrepreneurs in the country.
yes.
So we had such kind of outstanding persons as alumni, and I would say, now I'll tell you a few more. And around 80s, a lot number of girls joined.
Okay.
And it warms the cockles of my heart when I say that our girl students have done as well as our boys have done. I'll give you a few examples. There's one lady, Gunjan Kedia.
I've heard of her.
You must have heard of her.
Yes.
She was from 89, 88, 92 electrical batch. Today, she'll be joining, I think, mid-April, the president of US Bancorp, for which US Bank is the subsidiary. She has about 40,000 financial professionals reporting to her. She is our answer to Indira Nui of Pepsi. Then there is another girl from those batches only, Bani Verma. They are the director, industrial systems and products in BHEL. The first time a woman occupied that position.
And she's an alumni of DCE.
She's an alumni of DCE. And so there are a large number of public sector universities, SAIL or NTPC, where we had our alumni of the topmost position. Even one of the CEO of BHL was my batchmate in the electrical. He was my contemporary, A.K. Puri. So we had such a rich legacy of alumni, and they are doing wonderfully well across the world.
True.
And this time, when recently I understand that Professor Pratik Sharma, the Vice Chancellor, he went to USA, and Raj Soin enabled MOUs with those leading universities and DTU. This happened only last week.
Yes, last week only.
So that is how it goes. I mean, I'm proud of the fact that we had such rich
alumni base. Oh yes.
Girls and boys both.
Oh yes, true, very true, very true, very true. I mean, we take immense pride in our alumni base. Immense pride.
This shows
the
very, very important position which Delhi Technology University holds in the matrix of educational institutions in the country.
Oh yes, true. And our students, I must say that, they must take advantage of this fact that we have such a rich alumni base. They are there to help us out in every way possible.
True. Now the crowning glory is that the present Vice Chancellor, Pratik Sharma, he is an alumnus of Delhi Technology University. He was my student for some time while we were at Delhi College of Engineering. And we very sanguinely believe that we will take DTU further on its mark, on its path of ascendancy. He's a very, very well-meaning person and has great many ideas to take DTU northward and onward, on and on.
Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree, sir. Great, sir. So, sir, moving on, you have held various senior positions across the country. You were the founder principal of IGDTUW. You were there at UPSC. You were involved in the selection of bureaucrats across the country. You were at National Testing Agency and many more. So, sir, please share some experiences from there, which will be helpful to our audience, students particularly, in their career paths, in their life ahead in general.
Dr. Lorraine, before I venture onto that, I'd like to make a mention of a very, very extraordinary professor of Delhi College of Engineering. My one teacher was Professor Y.V.S.R. Shastri. Y.V.S.R. Shastri. Another was Professor O.P. Grover. Both were my teachers.
I have met Professor O.P. Grover.
Okay.
We did a podcast with him. He lives in Pitampura.
He is now too old to have been moving around.
Yes. So
he talked to me. I suggested to him.
Yes.
Such outstanding people, so erudite, and persons with such compassion, very fine human beings. मैं उनका मुरीद था और आज भी मुतासिर हूँ इन लोगों का ज़िंदगी में. I have learned so much from them. When Professor Shastri retired, all his responsibilities were transferred to me. He was handling. In fact, he managed many things. I used to joke that Professor Shastri is the finest number 2 in the world who never wanted to be the principal of the college. Otherwise, he would have got to be the principal for the asking. He was such an outstanding person. Today, they are both in age of around 90. In fact, last week, Professor Shastri talked to me on telephone. He gave a phone call कि माना मेरा बहुत दिल कर रहा है तुमसे मिलने का, किसी भी दिन आ जाओ. So we had such kind of abiding amity. He was like an elder brother who could admonish, who could give a dressing down, and we would take it very happily because he's such a respected person. He was an expert in PowerPoint practice. Professor Grover was an alumnus of Delhi College of Engineering. Long back, he would be something like 15 years senior to me. He taught me.
Yeah, he's 90 plus now.
Yeah, with me the thing was that when I joined Delhi College of Engineering, I was a young boy, just 22, 23 years of age, and all my colleagues were my senior teachers. So many years I spent, I was in their awe. It was very difficult, to be into some kind of lighter moments, but as the things passed on, it started sinking in, and they were all very fond of me. I had a great time. That is why my love continues on and on for Delhi College of Engineering.
Very happy to hear that, sir. Very happy to hear that.
It never ends. It's
very happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it fills my heart with joy, when I hear these words. Okay, sir. So what do you think a student should keep in mind while making the career decisions? That's one. We would love to hear that. And second is, in addition to the curriculum, what else do you think plays an important role?
That's more paramount. That's
yes,
more important.
In the overall development of our students.
Okay.
They are here for 4 years. They come here as kids, and when they pass out, they are grown up. Individuals who venture out into the industry or go on for MBA, etc. So please, we would love to hear.
So Loveleen, what happened? I was in Delhi College for about close to 3 decades. I am one with roving feet. I felt I had a very long career in teaching. I felt blasé over it. Enough, बहुत हो गया. Class में बहुत जाके पढ़ाया है. I got a chance to join Union Public Service Commission. That was at the level of Joint Secretary of the Government of India. And I lived very far away from present campus of DTU. So traveling in Delhi was becoming more and more horrendous by the day. So because of this extraneous reason, another professional reason that I wanted to get exposure of the bureaucracy, I decided to join Union Public Service Commission. So Dr. Loveleen, I would say I'm one of the very privileged person that I got a chance to serve in 2 of the arguably finest organizations in this country. One was Delhi College of Engineering and another Union Public Service Commission.
True.
UPSC is a constitutional body under the Government of India. Article 315 of the Constitution of India is assigned to us. And my job was extremely critical. There is a misconception. Union Public Service Commission, our flagship exam is civil services. There we select Indian future bureaucrats. See, I like to dwell on this a little bit. There is something called AIS, All India Service, which comprises IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, and Indian Forest Service.
Yes. IRS doesn't come under this.
No. All other services are known as central services.
Okay.
So we conduct an exam for which we select candidates not only for these 3 IAS, AIS, we select for 20 other services, IRS, Foreign Service, even Indian Foreign Service is what we call a central service.
Okay.
AIS All India means every candidate selected there is allotted a cadre. There are 25 cadres in the country, some are joint. For example, Delhi cadre, Union Territory is known as AGMET. It is Arunachal, Goa, Mizoram and Union Territories. You come from Chandigarh.
Yes.
I come from Delhi. So Chandigarh and Delhi officers are under the same cadre.
Okay.
That is how it goes. So I was entrusted with a very classified, with a very confidential and a most demanding job of working for selection of all these budding bureaucrats, including IAS, IPS, Forest Service, Revenue, Postal, and a lot many of them.
Wow.
So that gave me an opportunity to be interacting with maybe 1,000 plus professors, senior professors from across the country. My job was to get syllabus, question paper, and I will not like to delve more into this because of the reason of confidentiality. I interact day in, day out with the topmost vice chancellors, bureaucrats, topmost defense officers of the country. When I joined, my chairman was General Sunendranath, who was the vice chief army staff.
Okay.
And there were many, many top-grade bureaucrats of the country with whom I worked. And I enjoyed every bit of it. I learned the nut and bolts of bureaucracy, what it is all about. Great exposure, which nobody can get in any university or any college. So that way I consider myself very fortunate, and I feel I took a great decision to moving. I branched out from, but my job was highly academic there as well. I was the chief academic resource.
Yes.
So that done, then I superannuated, and I continued my close interaction with DTU and many, many other universities. I was member of many, many peer teams for NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council. So I didn't let grass grow under the feet. I hate to be termed as a retiree. I continued on and on. Even now I am
That's
engaged
very inspiring,
with
sir.
many organizations. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, true.
So now you asked me about the present day students.
Yes, like apart from academics, where else should they focus on? What should what should they keep in mind while making career decisions?
True. See, there was a big seminal difference when we joined and these boys joined. We joined after class 11, they joined after class 12.
Yes.
So they had to remain under that pressure cooker situation of getting into a top-rate engineering college or IIT for 1 year additional. But today, these students, young students, are very much self-driven. They are extremely upmarket. And the opportunities they've got are million times more than what we had at our time. Their mindset is different. Their parents think differently today. See, when Prime Minister Manmohan Singh opened up, liberalized the country, the entire scenario changed, the entire domain changed.
Yes.
See, if you today, sometimes I come to your campus, this is about 200 acres of campus.
Yes.
We had, I told you, about
Yes,
two and a half
it's
acres
a small.
The world is different. We didn't have any single girl student with us, and today I think 50% of the population ladies.
So there are more and more girls getting into engineering now.
I'll tell you one thing. The first lady teacher in an engineering college in this country is from Delhi College of Engineering.
Oh, is
there
it?
was one lady, Mrs. Ila Majumdar. She was the first woman engineering teacher in this country.
And it was in which year, sir?
No, it was before I came. That must have been sometime in 60s. Then she left to join somewhere in Calcutta.
Okay.
And I think even when I left, rather till 70, Delhi College of Engineering had not more than 5% of lady faculties.
Oh, yes.
And now I think it may be 50.
Even, sir, when I was in, like in my undergrad years, there were barely 10 girls in the whole batch. And I'm talking about, like 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah. And now I think in Delhi Technological University, the number of girl students and
they are increasing.
Faculty members may be approaching 40% kind, if not
quite a bit. So it's increasing. It's
so
increasing.
now, what I like to make suggestion and give a bit of advice, if I'm capable of, to these young students.
Yeah.
The world is our oyster. The day you enter into Delhi Technological University, you must start thinking you're a privileged person. You have a lot to prove in life. You got a lifetime opportunity. There are thousands and thousands of opportunities. Be very confident. No diffidence for you. You feel you are among the best in the world. Every year you plan your things, set your targets. Okay. This year I have to learn this much. I have to learn AI, I have to learn machine learning, I have to learn natural language processing, even if it is not a part of your syllabus. Today, Loveleen, there are so many YouTube lectures.
Oh yes,
I
in the
tell
the education's ecosystem, it has completely
Oh,
changed
yes,
now.
yes, beyond recognition. Some of the finest lectures. Yeah, I'm a voracious reader. I still, you would be surprised to know, I still turn YouTube and listen to many, many lectures. And my interests transcend way beyond mechanical engineering. I do a lot of programming. See, programming, whether it is in C++ or it is in Fortran or it is in Python or it is Java, logical behind reasoning is identical.
Yes.
Only certain protocols change.
Syntax changes.
Yeah, so I will advise each boy and girl to get into programming, because
Okay.
programming is the be all and end all of life, technology today. Start thinking ahead. They should start thinking of entrepreneurship right in the first year. And there should never be, that stereotype, engineering kiya hai to engineering karenge. Today, there is a bakery persons, both were from IIM Ahmedabad, husband and wife. They left their top-rate jobs to start a bakery business. There's a very famous chain, Baker Dozen. It is owned by them. So today the jobs are very, very unconventional. Somebody taking to food, somebody to transportation, somebody going to film industry, sometimes to modeling. I'll give you an anecdote, very interesting one. There was a boy, sometimes in 1975 around. No, it was in 80s. Very, very tall, handsome looking boy, film star kind. He came to me. His name was Himanshu Malik in Kashmiri campus. He was my student. He came to, sir, एक आपसे मदद चाहिए. मैंने कहा बोल यार क्या है वो. तो सर आई एम इनटू मॉडलिंग. A very, very debonair looking boy. तो मैंने कहा बोलो. कहता सर मैं मॉडलिंग में जाता हूँ. मेरी अटेंडेंस आपके पास शॉर्ट है. आप तो ठीक कर ही दोगे. 2-3 और हैं आपके दोस्त हैं, उनसे भी करवा दो. So I had that kind of empathy. मैंने कहा कहाँ मॉडलिंग कर रहा है तू. बोला सर मैं अभी रिलायंस वह मुझे लेने वाले हैं. Sometime at that time he was the later on after his engineering he was the highest paid male model in the country. एक आपको याद होगा रिलायंस का आता था Only Vimal. He was a boy who was a model in that. He acted in a couple of movies also. So what I'm telling you, we should have that kind of empathy. क्या हो जाता वो एक क्लास अगर short था तो क्या what would have happened? I got his attendance through and requested my friends and colleagues, and that boy became big. So we had those kind of culture amongst our faculty colleagues and students. So what I like to advise to the student, we had Mahakumbh over there.
Yes.
Yesterday, DPIIT, that is the Department of Promotion of Industry and International Trade, and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, where Mr. Piyush Goyal is the minister. They are having a very beautiful analogous term they used. Startup Mahakumbh. It started yesterday. Some 3,000 young boys and girls who are having their startup, and about 1,000 plus investors from across the world. They are there. So they say, Mahakumbh we had Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Here it is innovation, entrepreneurship and job creation. These are the 3 streams which coalesce to form that Mahakumbh. See, you'll be surprised. No, it's a pleasant surprise. We have a very new concept, GCC in India, Global Capability Center. We have about 2,000 of them, 17 to 1,800 in India today. And do you know, it has employed 2 million young engineers in the last 3-4 years. And we are able to earn around 12 to about 60 billion US dollars out of this, which comes to about 6 lakh crores. Budget of Delhi is 1 lakh crore. It is 6 times budget of Delhi for full year. We are earning over there with GCC. So opportunities.
Yeah, sir, you would be happy to know. I mean, we also have, DTU also have an Innovation and Incubation Foundation. So where students can come in if they have any idea, and we have mentors there who guides the students, and DTU also gives some startup funding to them. So we have those opportunities for students which students can make use of, and just ploy with the idea whatever they have, and you never know what comes out of it.
That's very gratifying. Today, these young kids have enormous opportunity before us, and they are privileged. We have such accomplished faculty. You are a young lady, and you told me you are a Ph.D. from IIT Delhi in very front area, air pollution or environmental. And there are many, many, many like you. Your colleagues would be like that. So they should make it a point that they should plan their things. Never should their life be lapsing into long years. They should always be on the alert. Today the world is so competitive. इतनी आज ज़माने में प्रतिस्पर्धा है. You have to be on your toes every day. Not a single day should go a begging. आपको तर्क संगत भी होना है, विवेकपूर्ण भी होना है, युक्ति युक्त भी होना है, व्यवहारिक भी होना है. ऐसा करना अनिवार्य है. Second point is, I strongly recommend every boy and girl should dedicate himself to at least one game or sports.
Okay.
It is the greatest training you can have, far better than what you will get in classroom. If you go play, in the play field you play cricket or football or table tennis or lawn tennis or hockey. Today is a very big career also. Plus the kind of training, you become a complete human being when you participate in the sports. I don't mind. I'll be happy if a boy or a girl, they gets about 7.5 CPG or SPGA. Okay. Even if it's slightly, there are slim pickings, I don't mind. But it's absolutely important they should be into games. There should not be that shrinking violet type. You are, I was a very shy boy when I joined college. You should be absolutely extroverted, socialize, enjoy your life, participate in all the other activities. You should be among the topmost boys in your NG first function. Socialize. There are so many opportunities. That is utmost important. And my piece of suggestion, I won't call it advice, to faculty members, your faculty members would be.
Yes, please.
See, there is a groundswell of youthful energy, and its unleashing has to be managed by us. We have a very understood role, very paramount role to discharge. We can mold and shape thousands and thousands of careers, and I can tell you, it's greatest of vicarious pleasure you get when you come to know your students have done so well.
True.
It's the ultimate success. I'm the twilight zone of my career. If it were possible, I would still like to come back to DTU 30 years back and start teaching all over again. So I wish all Delhi College of Engineering boys, students, faculty members, very best in their endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
That's all
Thank
I'm
you so
saying.
much.
Same
Thank
here.
you so
Same
much
here,
for
so much.
coming over
I'm beholden to
and taking your precious time out
Thank you
and
very much.
sharing your experiences and wisdom with us.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
It will be very helpful to our students.
I'm
Thank you for
grateful.
watching
Thank
us.
you.